welcome to the practice. Let's go ahead and just start, as always, with the eyes closed. Let yourself shift and move around as much as you maybe need. Letting the hands just come to rest on top of the thighs. And just taking a few moments to feel that natural flow of breath as it moves in and out of the nose. As you begin your practice today, just starting to take in your internal awareness of yourself, just noticing how your physical body is feeling for you, recognizing what and where may need some modification as we move through these postures. As always, I feel that it's important just to tune in with the mental space and your emotional well-being. There's so many opportunities in the day to sort of allow your mind to be somewhere else. And this practice is always such a gift in our ability to come back to ourselves, to really just check in with all that's going on in us and around us. So take a few more full breaths in and out of the nose. Maybe ask if there's something specific that you are in need of from your practice. Together, take a big, rich breath in through the nose. Fill all the way up. When you get to the top, just open the mouth and sigh the breath out. And then begin to, just without even opening the eyes, switch the crossing of your ankles. We'll start with a few slow neck rolls, just allowing the crown of the head to circulate. It doesn't honestly matter how big the circles are. They can be small or you can take up the maximum amount of space, but I really would encourage you to keep the pace nice and slow. And as the neck is opening, just noticing those little pockets of tension along the way. If there's one or two spots that may feel a little tighter than others. And then you'll switch and you'll allow yourself to circle around the other way. Call it about 2 more like this, just nice and slow, keeping the face soft. And then slowly allowing yourself to make your way back up to a neutral spine. And from there, we're going to switch the crossing of the ankles once more. You'll let your right hand come down. The left arm will just take that nice, easy arc up and over. And then switching, hand down, up and over. A lot of extra length in the waist. Good. And then go ahead and come on back to the center. Let's from here bring our soles of the feet together. Your hands will come to rest on the ankles. We'll start as we inhale, let your chest and your chin sweep itself forward. As you exhale, hug onto those ankles and round and rock back. We won't do too many of these, just about 4 more. It's a way to just subtly open up the low back. And also I find a good indicator of just what is going on in your pelvis, knowing that the pelvis changes so drastically in a pregnancy. Some days it feels stable and other days it feels sort of wonky and you're experiencing a lot of pelvic pain. So pelvic rocks are a great way just to say, ooh, these still feel really nice, or ooh, these are starting to feel a little strange. Last one. Good. And then let's go ahead and return, coming to the center, cross through the ankles, come to the hands and the knees. From the hands and knees, we're going to warm up the mid body with some circles. So I would widen your knees a little bit more than hips distance apart and just start to circle your body around. It's the same thing that doesn't really matter the size of the circle. You may want to have smaller, more really isolated pelvic movements, or maybe bigger ones that are starting to massage the outer edges of the hips. You'll find that the further to each side that you go, the more release you're going to get in the tightness of the hips. But I would try to stay somewhat on the smaller side of things, just knowing that the pelvis is pretty unstable when you're pregnant. Doesn't take much to aggravate the pelvis. Now let's just switch gears and circle around the other way. Making sure that you've got two supportive and strong arms. All right. And then you're slowly going to make your way back to a neutral spine. And I will have you bring your knees a little bit more to hips distance apart. Take an inhale, let your chest reach itself forward as the shoulders pull back and down. And exhale as you round and dome your back, just pushing the earth away. Inhale again as your heart space pulls forward. And exhale as you tuck your toes and lift your hips, coming to down dog. Inhale, lift up to nice high heels. And exhale, let the heels get heavy. The knees will lower, we flatten the feet. We ride the inhale as the heart pulls forward. Exhale, round and dome your back. Inhale as the heart pulls forward. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, high heels. Exhale, heavy heels. Knees lower. Flatten the feet. One more. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round and dome your back. Inhaling, lengthening, heart forward. And then exhaling, tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, high heels. And exhale, heavy heels. Let's from here take our feet and widen them out more so towards the edges of your mat. Lifting the sit bones a little bit higher to access more of the hamstrings. One more full breath. Put a little bend in the knees. We're going to do some walkouts and ins. So just start to walk your hands back. Don't worry about the blanket. Hands come on your thighs. We're going to round and roll all the way up. Inhale when you get to the top, arms up. And exhale as the hands come to the center of your heart. Left hand down. Right arm is going to reach up as you reach all the way up and over. And then the hand comes down, left arm, inhale, reaching up, exhaling, lengthening over. Good. And then inhale, both arms reach up. And exhale, hinge from the waist and fold forward. Good, bend through your knees. Crawl yourself back out into that downward facing dog. Melt the heart towards the thighs. Take a big breath in. Open the mouth, big breath out. Once again, bend the knees, take your hands, walk them towards the back. Hands on your thighs, round and roll all the way up. Arms up at the top, and hands anchor at the heart. Left hand down, right arm reaches up and over, long in your waist. Right hand down, left arm up and over. Hand down, inhale, arms reach up, look up, and exhale, fold back forward. Bend in your knees, walk your hands, sort of like these wide bear crawls, back out, down dog, melt the heart, lift the hips. Take a big breath in and open the mouth, big breath out. We're going to do it once more, mamas. Bend your knees, take your hands, crawl to the back, hands on thighs, round and roll, arms reach up, and exhale, hands to the heart. Left hand down, right arm arcs us up and over, hand down, left arm up and over, hand down, both arms reaching, and exhale, fold. Crawl back out into that nice wide down dog. Take a big full breath in, melting the heart, exhale. Let's lower, or rather first bring your feet back to hips distance, and then lower your knees down to the ground. Flatten through the tops of the feet, and just take a walk back, sitting on top of the heels, coming into that little Virasana shape towards the backish of the mat. Have the blanket there to support your knees. I would just avoid having your knees right on the very edge. That probably doesn't feel very good. We're going to take an in-breath and let our right arm reach all the way up. And then an exhale as you take a seat back down. Left arm is going to reach up. Exhale, take a seat. Both arms reach up, little bend in the elbows, and slowly lower down again. Twice more sets, right arm. Inhaling left arm, lower. Both arms with a little bend in those elbows. And our last set, right, left, both. Following your breath. Both. And lowering down. Let's take a big breath in. A full breath out. Good. Go ahead and return to the hands and the knees. From here, we're going to open up and take our right knee. We'll leave it where it is. We'll take the left foot and step it towards the back of the mat. And I'd walk your right hand in a little bit closer to you. Let's let the left hand reach itself all the way up, just pausing in this modified side balance pose. And we're going to take a few moments to really feel the top of that right foot pressed down to sort of strengthen and protect the pubic bone and the hip bones. And then can you get a little heavier through the sole of your left foot as well? We'll get the arms first. So let's slowly reach the hand forward and down. And just before it touches the earth, we're going to make a fist and pull the elbow up, snugging the shoulders on your back. It's an inhale, the hand will draw itself down. Exhale, make a fist and pull it back. Again, inhale, dropping down. Exhale, make a fist, pull back. And then inhaling, exhale, pull back. Let's release the hand, reaching it all the way up again. Reach it forward, turn the palm down, get a little longer. And then continue as the hand comes down and the knee comes down. And then we'll go ahead and switch. The right foot steps back, sole of the foot is down. The hand comes onto the hip and we balance. Same, take the moment to push down to the top of the foot, through the sole of the back foot. Slide that left hand a little closer to you if you feel that you need it. and then let the arm rise. Slowly allow the hand to reach forward and down. It hovers. Then we make a fist and we pull up, pulling the elbow back. Inhale, we draw the hand down. Exhale, make a fist and pull back. Let's go 3 more like this. Just feeling this strength in the upper back and the shoulder blades, all of those muscles that surround the shoulder blades, a very lazy muscle group in a prenatal and postnatal body. Good. Let your arm reach all the way up. Turn the palm to face away from you. Line the ears, you just get a little longer. And then bring the hand down and bring the knee down. So from here, we're just going to strengthen the side body with more of a dynamic movement like that. So the right knee stays down, the left foot steps back. You're going to take your arm and reach it all the way forward and then all the way back and down. The hand comes down, the knee comes down, and we're going to switch. Right foot back, right arm reaches up and forward, and then back and down. Hand down, knee down. And we're just going to continue like this a few times in each side. Feeling as though when you're moving, yes, it's fluid, it's dynamic, but you're definitely feeling yourself fall into more of a strength-bearing pattern. The more that you can push what is touching the earth into the earth, the stronger you become. Continue just to feel a nice slow breath that feels very involved. And let's go ahead and take one more full set. So finishing up the set that we're on. And then let's do one more, both right and left. Okay, now as you return back to the hands and the knees, we're going to take a little bit of relief on your wrists. So the first thing I want you to do is take your left palm and turn the fingers towards your knees. You're going to feel a big stretch in your wrist and your forearms. Good. Switch. Right fingers turn away from you. Press the heel of the hand down. Good. Release. Now take your left palm, turn the back of the hand down. I would not put a lot of pressure here, just enough. And release, and same thing. Right palm flips to face up, breathing into the forearm. And then release. Sitting into Virasana one more time, you'll get a better wrist stretch. So inhale as your arms come up, you're going to spread your fingers out nice and wide. And then one finger at a time, we fan them down and then point the knuckles low. You'll feel that a lot in your wrists and your forearms. Inhale, spread the fingers wide. One finger at a time fans down. Then we root the knuckles down. One more. Inhaling and exhaling, root them down. And then just swirl, 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 swirl. Good. Let's go ahead, return to the hands and the knees. We're going to take our right foot and step it forward so that it's right to the edge of your mat. I want you to lift the back knee, plant down through the sole of the back foot, and send the right hand on your thigh as you reach your left arm up, and then you reach your right arm up. We just come up into a warrior one shape. So let the right knee get nice and heavy, reaching up to the fingertips, and not so much the sensation of hugging your baby towards your back, but yes, that's present. But more so, I want you to think about lengthening your tailbone down. And that will naturally just give you this little lift and relief feeling as you feel like your pelvic floor is lifting up. Take one more breath. And then let the hands pass down through the center of the heart. You're going to come down to the ground, come to the ball of the back foot, lower the knee down to the ground and pause, flattening through the top of the foot. I want you to heel toe your right foot a little bit further off of the mat and turn your toes to about 1 or 2 o'clock. And then take your hands and walk them, don't overdo it, but like a hand's distance further forward. And then just tuck the chin into the chest and take a breath. A very modified prenatal lizard pose. Try to just let your belly and your babe just hang heavy. Last one. All right, walk the hands back in so that they're a bit more supportive. And then just bring that right knee down to the ground. Let's just switch, sending the left foot forward right to the edge. Tuck the back toe, plant down through the sole of the foot, left hand on the thigh. It supports you as you rise. The right arm reaches, the left arm reaches. Let the front knee get as heavy as your body tells you that it needs. And then feel, yes, your baby pulling in, but it's more your tailbone lengthening down and your baby lifting up. Feel that there's a lot of grace in the shoulders. Maybe the eyes even wander slightly up this time. And we're just here with really grounded feet and full body breaths. Allow your breath to feel as though you're making the transition into breathing for 2. Especially as the poses get a little bit bigger, they demand more from you. One more breath. So let's bring the hands back down to the heart. Bring them down to the earth. Come to the ball of the back foot. Lower the knee down and flatten the foot. And then heel toe that foot so that it's now off your mat. Turn your toes to 1 or 2 o'clock and walk your hands forward, just an extra hand's distance. And then just simply let your chin tuck in towards the chest. That alone is going to give us the hip, the groin, the hamstring stretch that we're looking for. We don't need too long here. One more breath. All right, walk those hands back in. Bring the knee back down to the ground. Let's plant the palms down nice and flat. Again, traditional cat and cow, inhaling as your heart reaches forward. Exhaling as you round your back. 2 more like that, and then we're going to change it a little. Inhaling, heart forward. Exhale, round and dome your back. Once more. Knowing that you truly can't cat and cow enough when you're pregnant. It's full of so much relief. Good. And great positioning for your baby. The only way that this is going to change is that I want you to walk your knees no more than an inch further back and about an inch further out. So it's not much of a change, just a little bit. Now you're going to take the in-breath as your heart pulls forward. And as you exhale, you're going to round your back and sit back like you're going to child's pose, but obviously your body, your baby, and your belly are going to stop you at one point. Inhale as you rock forward, let your heart open. Exhale as you round back and push your bum back a little bit. Let's again take an in-breath as the heart moves forward. And exhale as you rock back and lean back. Good. Come back into neutral. So from here, we're going to maybe either stay with what we were just doing, or you're going to walk your hands a little bit further forward. And now, as you press yourself back towards that child's pose-like shape, you're then going to round your spine and see about potentially letting your pubic bone get heavy and walk your heart slightly forward. So more release for the front of your hips, and then press yourself back. Make any adjustments. That felt a little long for me, so I'll walk the hands back a little bit, heart forward. I'm just recognizing that you and only you can really feel where your edges are, your limitations, the healthy boundaries. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and release. Come back to the hands and the knees. Good. From here, I think I'll face this way. From here, I want you to take your right leg and bring it out to the side. And then slowly walk the hands up. We're actually not going to stay in gate pose. Instead, I want you to turn the heel in and the toes out. And then I want you just to take a nice deep lunge into it, placing the forearm on your thigh and letting the arm reach all the way up and over. So very similarly with the arm, we're going to take another action here. So just grow nice and tall, take an in-breath. And as you exhale, just make a fist and pull down so that you feel a lot of release in the neck. And then inhale as you extend out. And exhale as you make a fist and you just pull down. The bicep even work a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, make a fist and pull down. Just two more. In and out. Full body breaths. Last one. Good. Reach back up, back off. Let your hand come onto the hip. Grow nice and tall. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Let the other arm join. Reach up. Interlace all but the pointers. Grow really, really tall. And then release. Turn the toe forward. Let the heel come back. Let the hands reach down. Take an inhale here, a little sacral cat-cow. Let your heart look forward. And then exhale like you're trying to sort of clench the butt cheeks together, lengthen the tail down. Good. Two more like that. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one. Good. Back to the center. Bring the knee back down to the ground and we just simply switch. Other leg comes out. We're going to crawl back up. Start by turning the toes out, the heel in, and get into the lunge. Bend the knee, place the forearm down, and stretch the arm up and over. Take an inhale, grow nice and long. Exhale, make that fist, pull down. Feel the bicep work and the neck release. Inhale long. Exhale, pull down. Last three. Just letting a full rhythm of breath guide you through the movements. Obviously, it would be a little bit stronger if you had a weight in the hand, but in this way, we really get to just reorganize and make good, healthy habits in the bodies just by using the breath and the muscles alone. Go ahead and release. I want you to back off. Let your arm reach up. Grow tall, 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 tall. Let your other arm reach up. Interlace all but the pointers. Reach up. And then release. Hands come down. The toe turns to face forward. Inhale as your heart lengthens. And exhale, just tuck the tail down and slightly under. Two more like that. This is good for bringing a bit more balance and health into the sacral iliac joint, that big joint in your low back that's oftentimes quite uneven when you're pregnant. Let's bring the knee back down to the ground. From here, we're going to tuck the toes and return again into downward facing dog. Widen the feet out as much as you feel that you need space for. Bend those knees again. Take the same crawl towards the back of your mat. Hands on the thighs, round and roll all the way up. Arms reach up at the top, and the hands anchor at the center of the heart. Good. Let's go ahead and move right into some squats. So come on down, fold your blanket over in half. Turn the rounded edge to face forward and then just take a step up so that your heels are on it. Your arch is supported by it. Your toes are off and turned slightly to the side. We'll take an in breath, let our arms reach up, and an out breath, let the knees come wide as you lower through the squat. From here, right arm reaches out, get long in your waist. Hand comes to heart. Left arm reaches out, get long. Hand comes to heart, and then hands on the thighs as you round and you roll. Take your time articulating your spine, arms up. Exhale, lowering down again. Right arm out. Good. Left arm out. Round and roll. Arms up. And repeat. Maybe even if you're feeling comfortable, you can even close your eyes. Just allow for this move in meditation to take place in your body, within your breath. Picturing your babies shifting and reorganizing themselves, dropping down into a healthy and deep position within your body. I always have believed that the sooner you can get your baby into a good position, the better it is on you and your body. And also the easier it is on the both of you when it comes time to labor and birth that sweet little soul. Let's go 2 more. Just taking your time with them. And just really embracing these full body breaths that feel as though every part of your body is breathing. All right. Hands come to the heart. Take a step off the blanket. I want you to place both of your hands right onto your belly. The eyes close. Take a moment to feel that the breath is perhaps a bit bigger and fuller, maybe even a little faster. Again, just begin to breathe and conceptualize this reality of breathing for 2 beings right now. Allowing yourself to feel the presence and the calm of your breath and the effects that that has on your baby, on your body, and the thoughts in your mind. Last breath. Let's gently ease the eyes open. We'll release the hands. We're going to slide the blankets out of our way. And then let's take a step up towards the top of the mat. Your feet are going to be a little bit wider than hips distance apart. We'll take a couple of chair sweeps first. So take an inhale, let your arms reach forward and up. As you exhale, just a long, deep breath as you sweep the hands back. Inhale as you rise, and exhale as you sweep back again. Let's go 3 more. Inhaling up, exhale, sweep back. Allowing your legs to really strengthen on your inhale and strengthen even more on the exhale. And 1 more. Arms up and hands to the heart. Hands onto the hips. We're going to keep the right leg where it is. We've already done this. We're just stepping back this time. Left leg back, landing on the sole of the foot, putting a generous bend into your front knee. Take an inhale as your arms reach all the way up. And then an exhale as you thread your right arm underneath your left. Bring the palms together for eagle arms. Same action. You want to feel as though you're lengthening your tailbone, and that helps you to pull your baby up a little bit. Take an inhale as your elbows rise, and take an exhale as they pull down low. Just 2 more, opening the back, up, exhale low. Last one, up, exhale low. Good. Let yourself pause with the elbows the height of the shoulders, pushing the forearms forward, but pulling the shoulder blades down. And then release. Your arms reach up. Can we look up and seal the palms? And then let the hands come to the center of the heart. They come onto the hips. We come to the ball of the back foot to keep the knee happy. You're going to bend the knee and take a step up. Right away, shift the weight over into your left foot. You're going to take the right foot and bring it into tree pose. So that can be below your knee or that can be all the way up above the knee. The choice is surely yours. I want you to push the knee slightly open and then slowly allow your arms to reach out and up. Keep the shoulders wide in a nice V, palms turn to face each other. And just really take the time to try to ground your energy down. Don't be tempted by moving eyes or busy thoughts. Just really find your stillness for one more breath. Just as we did a moment ago, seal the palms, bring the hands through the heart, and place the foot to the earth. Let yourself shift the weight, and for a moment, just shake the leg out. Then let your feet land wider than hips distance. Take an in-breath as your arms reach. Exhale as you sit down for 5. Inhale. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Arms reach up and hands to the heart. Keep the left foot where it is, hands on your hips. The right foot goes ahead and takes that step back. Bend into the knee, square the hips somewhat forward, and allow your arms to reach all the way up. So as the palms turn to face each other, the shoulders melt down, we hug our babies a little tighter, we lengthen our tails down a little deeper. Take an extra breath. And now let your left arm weave underneath the right, eagle arms, palms coming together. Inhale, elbows rise. Exhale, anchor them low. 2 more, elbows up. Exhale, elbows low. Last one. Elbows the height of your shoulders. Push the forearms forward. Take an extra breath here. And then release your arms all the way up. Look up and seal the palms. And bring the hands down through the heart. They come to the hips. We come to the ball of the back foot. We spring up, step, land on the foot, and shift the weight as you transition, bringing the sole of the foot above or below your knee, you decide. Knee comes out, your hands can stay on the hips for as long as you need. If and when you feel ready, let your arms reach up. Keep them in that nice wide V, soft shoulders. Find your eyes fixed on one clear spot out in front of you. Practicing our ability to have that one-pointed awareness. Such an important factor when giving birth, just not getting tempted by all the moving parts, but really just keeping your eye on the breath. Let's seal the palms, bring the hands to the heart, bring the foot to the earth. Turn the palms to face forward. Close the eyes, take a breath. Let's go ahead and ease our eyes open. Let's make our way back down onto the ground. I have a little bit of floor work I want to do. So you can lay your blanket back out if you need. If you have some water handy, you might want to have a sip of water. We're going to return just to an easy seat for a moment. When you get there, close your eyes. Just allow yourself the ability to arrive. Just notice those little shifts. Let's ease the eyes open. Okay, I think I'll turn to face this way. So I know that when you're pregnant, it's not the most comfortable, to be honest, to have your legs out in front of you. There's so much tension in the back. So I give you permission to widen your legs as much as you need. I will also ask you right now, I'm not pregnant and I feel a lot of like bunchy energy in the low back. So if you feel the same way, then I'll encourage you to fold your blanket in half again so that you have a little bit more lift. And you're going to place that underneath your bottom so that you're just sort of lifting the sit bones up. And that should let you feel like you can almost drift a bit towards the edges of your blanket and feel yourself tipping forward a little bit. The main goal is really feeling that you have a really strong, long, and supportive spine. And then we're going to bring the hands back behind the head. The elbows are nice and wide. Flex the feet so that the toes are pointing up to the sky. Take a breath in the nose. And then as you exhale, just gently turn your body over to the right. Your baby still faces forward. This is just for your upper body. Inhale as you come to the center. And then exhale as you look to the left. Inhale through the center. Twice more to the right. Center, left. Center, last time, exhale into the right. And exhaling to the left. Good, back through the center. Release the hands down. I'll have you cross your ankles instead. Turn back to face you. Now you're going to take your arms and reach them all the way up again. Interlace the fingers one more time, that same shape back behind you. Take an inhale as you let your elbows open and your chest looks up. And then exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, try to collapse the elbows and coil in. So this is more like a mid-upper body cat-cow. Inhale as your elbows open, and exhale as you draw in. Two more like this, inhaling and exhaling. Last one. Good. Release your hands down. Now your right heel will stay in and your left leg will extend itself out, but set the ankle. We're coming back to that same action. So interlacing the hands, pulling the elbows nice and wide. Take a full breath in. This time I want you to exhale and just feel like your elbows tapping towards your right. Inhale through the center and to the left. Inhaling, twice more right. Inhaling, twice more left. One more on each side. Feeling that there's that fine line between the stretch of things, but also the strength of things as well. Good, back to the center, release the hands, reach them forward, dome around your baby as you take your chin to chest, looking towards the pubic bone. Hands walk in. I'm going to give you a little hip lift. So your hand comes back, your right hand comes back. Lift your left hip up. Good. Lower back down. Pull this heel in. Pull this heel out. Flex at the ankle so the leg is nice and strong. Bring the hands back behind you. Take a full breath in. Exhale, we tap to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Full breath. Inhale, left, right. Last one each side. When you finish, release the hands forward, dome your back, feel some softer energy here. And then walk the hands in, the left hand comes back behind you, the hips lift as the hand reaches back. And slowly allow yourself to come back down, cross at the ankles, sit yourself up nice and easy, and then once again, just return to closing the eyes. We get into the pelvic floor next. So just working that three-part system, soften, become mindful of this part of your body. Imagine that perfectly plump little blueberry sitting on your blanket. Take an in-breath and feel first the gripping of the blueberry. Secondly, the strong lift, like you're literally trying to lift it all the way up off the blanket. And then an exhale, a real soft surrendering of the pelvic floor, but also like of the rectal muscles. Inhale again, grip and lift. And exhaling to soften and release. Inhaling, grip first. Pull up, lift second, and completely relax third. I leave you for a few moments to just play around, noticing where your body naturally feels strong, and noticing where there's perhaps a little bit of weakness in the muscles. More so, I would say, even is just to notice where there's connection and where you're having a hard time connecting to the movement or the pose itself. Just envision this beautiful flow, this rush of blood flow and energy moving to this very important part of your body. Stimulating the tissues, strengthening the muscles. Let's do this last 3 times. When you do finish, take a big breath in through the nose. Out the mouth, just let it go. You can switch the crossing of the ankles, pull the other one in front. And we're going to open our arms out to the sides. Today we're going to turn the palms to face forward, draw the forefingers in, the thumbs up, and then we're just going to take a few figure 8 motions. So the thumbs just swirl in this figure 8 shape. So let us just close the eyes and finish this practice with a lot of strength of the mind. These keep up exercises are really for us to become more resilient in our minds, to become more powerful in our thoughts, to become more willing to embrace the balance of both strength and struggle. Just knowing that things are not always easy. There are definitely moments in life, we're experiencing it right now, where we feel as though it takes a lot of our mental power to feel positive and to keep up with what's going on in us, around us. It's such an important time in your life to really build up that sense of internal resilience. So I want you just to close your eyes, to allow yourself to really dig deep into your inner resources, Find a breath that accommodates you, and to feel that you're willing to embrace that beautiful line that exists between your strength and your struggle, recognizing them both there equally at the same time. We're almost done already. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. All right, reach your arms all the way up. Ooh, hands to the heart. We're going to bring the hands back behind us and interlace. Pull the knuckles down nice and low. Let your breath reach forward. Tilt your chin up. Tilt your chin down. Come to neutral. Right your right shoulder. Left your left shoulder. Go ahead and release. I want you to rub your palms together out in front of you, just bringing forth some positivity, some love, some light. And then let's go ahead and take those palms and just wrap them around your baby's home. Close the eyes. Take a few calming, cleansing breaths and allow yourself this gift, this moment in time where you get to just go in and say hello to your sweet little baby. To sit and wonder, really. Wonder of who they'll be, when they'll come, how they'll come. Wonder of what your relationship will be like. Wonder of what new energy they'll bring to your family. And wonder how the presence of them into your life will really shift you, will allow you to grow and transform in ways you actually didn't even know you were capable of. The seat of wonder is such a glorious seat. Almost childlike and playful. Wonder doesn't take itself too seriously. Wonder doesn't rigidly impose expectations upon itself. You just wonder. And I always like to finish the practice just really sitting in the seat of gratitude. So grateful that this baby has chosen you. The two of you are on this journey together. Grateful for the health of your body, the health of your baby. Grateful for your practice. Let us just take a nice, rich breath in through the nose, filling to your absolute maximum. Open your mouth, let it out. You can either choose to stay up for meditation, or if you wish, you can recline on your left side, head down. Maybe even putting this blanket between the knees or under the head or under your belly. Just find a place that allows you to just really quiet yourself and to take a few moments here in this resting place. Childbirth educator and doula in me always teaches the importance of knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is choice. The more that you know about your pregnancy, about nature's plan of birth, the more that you understand the dynamic of a newborn, the easier things will be on you. But the mother in me knows that ultimately no amount of planning or no amount of words or education really know as much as you do. We all have these questions inside of, will I be able to handle childbirth? Will I know how to care for my baby? Will my relationship survive these tiring days, weeks, months, years? But you yourself, as a woman, have this innate wisdom inside of you. I assure you that your wisdom holds every answer that you seek. It holds all of the love that you need. And the yogi in me knows that the only way that we can access this innate wisdom is by cultivating, creating, and making time for the pockets of quiet. The quieter I become, the more that I can hear. So allow yourself to just take these last few moments and see if anything comes up. And let's together take a nice big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh out. Wherever you've chosen to rest, bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your baby's home. Thank yourself for carving out the time to connect to yourself, to your baby, and to your practice. Always ending with the word namaste. Peace and blessings, ladies. Namaste.